Origin just homes you and this is F-22 Raptor versus spy balloon. Overkill watch on the fighter nutrition. Yes, I think this is like one of the latest incident what happened like a year or two ago. I heard of it. At the time, I didn't know what and which jet is the best and whatever. I didn't know which jet was sent, but I'm pretty sure I remember news like it's like it was some kind of stupid type of weather balloon or something, and a jet which was a costly jet with a costly rocket was sent to destroy it. Now reading it, F-22 Raptor, yeah, it does make sense. F-22 Raptor is an overkill against a fucking balloon. I mean, come on. What, F-16, you didn't have F-16 or something like that? Yeah, F-22 is overkill, but yeah, you never know, right? It's just like, it just randomized like a balloon. What if it like turn out to be something else? It kind of makes sense, but I don't know what the case was. Like, it was really a weather balloon? What was that? When it shot down, like, what did they recover or something? Yeah, obviously this is fighter nutrition, so I guess we'll know it, whatever it is. 9 months ago this video was posted, so I guess this incident from last year or something. I'm pretty sure I remember it's like very recent one. But yeah, it flew from, I guess, Alaska to the USA or something, right? That's the trajectory. I don't remember exactly, but something like that. So let's watch it. Remember, don't forget to like, subscribe, so that way I know which type of videos to react to more, and you can support this channel by helping the algorithm. If you haven't seen my other reactions to like fighter nutrition and other videos like this that I've been doing recently, there's a link in the description or in the end of the card, end of the video and the card. And yeah, let's do it.
Today we're talking about that time that a Chinese spy balloon made its way into US airspace, creating an international incident that can only be described as the world's biggest game of float around and find out. On the off chance you don't know what I'm talking about, on February 1st, 2023, a Chinese spy balloon was spotted in the sky above Montana. From that point, it was allowed to float across the rest of the United States.
Ooh, there you go. See? It did come from Alaska, right? Why is it also like that? It just feels really weird. Yeah.
While sheriffs from every state begged their community not to shoot at it with guns, stating the reason that the balloon was 65,000 feet in the air, which is way too high. However, this is America, and being too high sounds like some hippie bullshit, so a bunch of people shot at it anyways. The balloon would eventually be shot down 3 days later.
Oh my god, people from the ground shot at it? This is people with guns and shit like, what the fuck is that? Just like open fire. Come on, man. This is internet age, mobile age. Like nobody has footage of this shit. Man, shit like this needs to be recorded. Like anybody just does anything, like just pull out a mobile and record it. How hard is that, man? Come on.
You're on February 4th off the coast of South Carolina.
Here we go, baby. Get it!
Yeah. There you go.
Which honestly is not the type of rapid deflation any of us were hoping for in 2023. Now, what you just saw is an air-to-air missile known as the AIM-9X Sidewinder.
It's a balloon, man. Why waste missiles like that?
And each one of those bad boys cost America almost $600,000 apiece. And that missile was launched from a $334 million fighter jet known as the F-22 Raptor. If you're not picking up what I'm putting down, I'm trying to tell you that America has fallen back on our tried and true strategy of addressing inflation by literally shooting more money at it. And it has yet again led to the very predictable outcome of a bubble bursting. I mean, a balloon popping. Now, all of this does, of course, raise the question, why on earth did we use the F-22 to...
I mean, it's just like a complicated missile, $500,000 missile with the like best plane you have, dogfighting. Why like it's a balloon? Were they so unsure that they didn't know what it was, so they had to send that? I don't understand that. Like, or maybe they didn't have any other plane ready, and they're like, okay, what's the just instantly ready there? Screw it, send Raptor. Why not?
To engage a balloon, because if you don't know, the F-22 is the most expensive and most technologically advanced air-to-air superiority fighter jet on the planet. Having it go toe-to-toe with a balloon is like having Mike Tyson box a toddler. It doesn't make any fucking sense. So what exactly was the government's intention here? Did they think that this was a tutorial mission for the beginning of World War III? Or are they simply showing off and wasting taxpayer money while they do it? Well, it's actually neither of those things. You see, the United States Air Force saw an opportunity to make aviation history, and they took it. And what I mean by that is the F-22, despite being the best air-to-air fighter jet on the planet, has a real-world combat record of 0 and 0. It has never shot down an enemy. Well, had a record of 0 and 0 because it is now 1 and 0 after downing this weather balloon.
We killed it. You got that? We killed that mother humper. Come back.
Because as many people on the internet have been...
Imagine like, for fuck's sake, we're spending so much money. We give so much money to Lockheed. We are the best dogfighter plane. Like, yeah, we're doing nothing. Are we doing any wars? No, there's no wars. Oh, for God's sake. What about Afghanistan? No, we just pulled out. There's a weather balloon. Yeah, fuck it. Send it. It's so good.
Asking, yes, balloons do in fact count as air-to-air kills. And this precedent actually goes all the way back to World War I, when planes were new on the military scene and they were used to pop enemy observation balloons, which was a huge deal back then. And we know for sure that this is why the US government did this, because the call signs of the two F-22s that engaged the balloon were Frank 01 and Frank 02, which is a direct reference to American World War I ace of aces, Frank Luke, a fighter pilot and Medal of Honor recipient that was credited with downing 18 enemy aircraft in a span of 17 days, 4 of those aircraft being airplanes and the other 14 being observation balloons. This, combined with the fact that his home state was Arizona, would earn him the nickname the Arizona Balloon Buster. So, to answer the question, why did America use the most technologically advanced fighter jet to engage a balloon? It's because we wanted to pad our stats. If you're not cheating, you're not trying. I'm not saying it's right, I'm just saying it happened. However, this does raise a secondary question.
I mean, it's not about stats, it's not a video game, but at the same time, it's like a plane that's called Frank was known to popping balloons in World War. And it's the literally best plane you have. Like, the more time passes, the more chances raises, like it's gonna become less and less technologically advanced. Because more people will catch on to it, or you'll probably move on to making something even more better than F-22. Right? Before you know it, F-22 will be obsolete in few decades before America is even at war or anything. So at that point, like, it was like the best plane by a mile, but never was used or something. So it kind of makes sense that, yeah, there you go, balloon, at least it's something.
Of does the F-22 have guns, and if it does, why didn't we use them and instead opted to use a $600,000 air-to-air missile? I mean, for one, guns would be cheaper, and for two, it wouldn't blow up, potentially preserving more of whatever the balloon was carrying for us to capture and investigate. Great question, two-part answer. For one, America's default setting is always blow it the fuck up. It doesn't matter what the question is, whether we're trying to make a whale fly or a balloon sink, the answer is always going to be blow it the fuck up. Again, I'm not saying it's right, I'm just saying historically that's what's going to happen. And part two of that answer is, even if we did use the guns, that wouldn't have worked. You see, everybody hears balloon and they think of a balloon like at a birthday party, pop it with a pen, goes bang, falls to the ground, the end. Weather balloons wouldn't work like that. They're actually very durable. If they were shot with a bullet, it would just poke a hole in it. It wouldn't actually pop it.
Yeah, it's like a metal type of frame. It's like, it's not just simple balloon, right? It would have frame and everything. It's like, depends what type of balloon it is, but yeah. If you just pop it, it will just like have a, like a leak. It will still be on air for a decent enough time. They needed to like put it down,
which would lead to gas leaking out, and then it would begin a slow, unpredictable descent. And we know this for sure because 25 years ago, 2 Canadian F-18s actually engaged a weather balloon and had to shoot it over 1,000 times. So, knowing that, America just opted to blow it up. In conclusion, the F-22 is slotted for retirement within the next decade, and it will now go into its retirement with an undefeated record of 1-0, as it's about to get replaced by the newest variation of the most gangster fighter jet of all time, the F-15, that variation being the F-15EX, which is yet again gonna have to be a video for another time. Thanks for watching. Best way to support the channel is go buy some merch at the Fat Electrician.
Wait a minute, why is it like, why are they retiring in like 10 decade now, right? They said like they're gonna continue F-16 for the next 2 or so decade. Why retire F-22 if it's like that better than F-16? That doesn't make sense.
Quack bang out.
Is there anything else? Usually there is, no? No. Yeah, I don't get it. Like, why are they retiring F-22 again? I mean, if they're going to replace that with the F-35 as well, because pretty sure like F-35 is a multi-purpose way, but certain agility and things can't match F-22. I don't know. It feels weird. Like, you want to keep F-16 and some version of it for a long time, but retire F-22. I don't think they're going to do that, right? Especially if there's no need for it, unless they replace it with better one. Yeah. America needs a jet that is like air superior. That's it. If they're going to retire F-22, they need something else. Right? And F-35 is there, but it's like multi-purpose. Is it like point-blank, dogfighting #1? Who knows? But no. So they will need something to replace F-22 if they're going to do that. But yeah. Why do they? Like, I'm pretty sure like no competitor even close to this. So why retire F-22? Doesn't make sense. Alright, well, that was F-22 Raptor versus spy balloon Overkill. Yeah, that's the most American thing ever. Overkill. Why the fuck not? Because they were bored. Oh, all wars are over. Afghanistan was over. So yeah, let's just blow it up. Chinese balloon. Why not? Why? What was in it? Right? Like, was anything recovered? Was anything gathered? Or was it just like some idiotic weather balloon? What the fuck was that? Because in the world of like, spy satellites and drones, isn't like weather balloon feels like weird. Why would China do that? I think it's just like probably some weather balloon or something. Alright, well, if you like my reaction, don't forget to subscribe and I'll see you next time.